No, it didn't. Hey, everybody. I had a technical problem. I mean, everything started happening all at once. Yes, it did. Everything. The computer rebooted. The computer started all over again. Oh my goodness. So I just say, hey, I'm not going to get panic attack. I'm not going to get no anxiety. I just have to be patient and let everything just start up. So that's what I was doing, making sure everything starts up. What's I got going on here? I got to get my first one, people. Yes, I do. My favorite. My favorite. I got to get my favorite going, people. We got to do it again tonight. Yes. Yes. Hey, people. Me and Solo got it together. Everything was falling apart on me for a minute there. Wait till my computer started over. Then I had to put all my stuff back that I want to show y'all tonight. So I said, just be patient. And that's what I did. Gonna do it again. That takes some mint off. Y'all want some? Let's do it again. Love that song. Doing on the hilltop, like you and me, baby. Yes, now the sun. We're gonna do it again. Let's do it in the morning. Sweet dreams in the summertime. You're next to mine. Sweet love in the midnight. Sweet sweet morning light. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to put my stuff up. You need to tell me about the future down my yeah, to the note. Do it again. I like the lady. So down with the hand. These are my topics. I'm gonna put it up, people. Doesn't matter to feel. Do it again. Do it again. Do it. Let's go. Like a hammer on the clock. With your come on, you feel like a butterfinger, you go, girl, with your bad self. You feeling like a butterfinger, you go with your bad self. Let me fix this, y'all. People, y'all ready? You got any topic besides Jade solo topics? Do it again. Do it again. Do it. Do it. What? Shine for one boy in the house. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it again. Do it again. Do I love doing it again, you guys. I love doing it again. Do 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 it again. Y'all don't know. I never did finish about that Republican stuff, but it's all good. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. I love that song. Let's do it again. Hi, everybody. Can y'all hear me? I hear something. I hear a ticking noise. Do we got a bomb in the house? Do you guys hear a ticking noise? Sean, Deborah, anybody out there, do y'all hear a ticking noise? I really hear a ticking noise. Oh my God. Shoot, that scared me. I kept hearing ticking noise. That was my grandson's iPad. I knew I heard some ticking noise. It sounded like a bomb is in the house. I had to go check it out, you guys. I'm that type of person. I don't sit and just let noise happen. I go see what it is. You don't know what's going on. So let me get started. All right. Hi, Deborah Arizona Honeybee is in the house. She said, thank you again for joining the chat. That host Bay Solo will present and direct the discussion today. Thank you, Deborah. All right, Deborah giving the rules of the chat. Detective rules of the chat. Please be respectful to the host, which is Babe Solo, the moderators, and fellow viewers. In the chat, this is no tolerance zone. There is no tolerance zone for bullying and trolling. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that because I need this channel to be at peace. I need a peace of mind. I need to be at focus. I need to be relaxed. And so do you. Thank you, Deborah, for the rules of the chat. And thank you for welcoming everyone to Babe Solo's channel. Hi, Amy. Amy said, hi, Deborah Arizona Honeybee. Tiny's in the house. Hi, Deborah Arizona Honeybee. Amy said, hi, Tiny. Tiny said, hi, Amy. Amy said, hi, Tiny. Oh, Deborah Arizona Honeybee said, hello, Amy and Tiny. Y'all, right now. Shine 414 in the house. What happened to my fan? Why is somebody always taking my fan? There's something up with that. What is up with that? Don't they know I get hot? I be on fire. Oh, excuse me. I gotta go get my fan. I gotta go get my fan. The weather is truly, truly changing. Right now, today was a cool, cool day, and you got kind of a little stuffy nose and everything like that, but it's still Shine 414 in the house. We got men moderators. Yes, we do. I love seeing that. Yes. Yes. Hi, Sean. He said, good evening, Babe Solo and everyone. Thank you so much, Sean. All right. All right. Let me see what else going on in here. Sean said, I emailed you something, Babe Solo. Ooh, let me run. I'm finna run, Sean. I'm going, Sean. I'm running for that email. Here I go. Let me get that email. Let me get that email. Oh, let me get it. Yes. All right. Okay, I got it. Gotcha. All right. Okay, I'm gonna play it, Sean. Let me know when that I need to bring it in. Yeah. Sean has the topics, you guys. Let me put it in here. La da 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 da. I'm gonna write it in right now. Yes, I am. I'm gonna write it in. Da 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 da. Anybody else got a topic? Yep. I'm writing it in. So let me give y'all some music while y'all waiting. Nah, I'm gonna give y'all my music. Yeah. I need to play mine. I'm gonna play mine. Where is it? Yeah. Let me get mine. I need to write this in.
Our skin-friendly clean is the #1.
Excuse my advertisement. You know they always play advertisement.
Wash with Opry Clear.
Advertisement always gotta come through here.
J.D. Power is ranked Nissan #1 new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. Get 0%.
I gotta get I'm finna write in Sean's topic, people. So listen to the music while I write his topic in. It's ladies' night. What a night. Oh, what a night. Dollywood. Yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. The feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Come on, ladies, it's your night. Party there, party there, everywhere. I could be there. It's ladies' night. Yeah. Yes, it's ladies' night, and the feel is right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night, and the feel is right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Look what Sean got, people. The sexy llama. Anyone else got a topic? Bring your topic. Any noise? It's ladies' night. It's the ladies, y'all. It ain't the boys. Ladies' night. It's ladies' night, and the feel is right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feel is right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Hi Joshua. Hello. Open up all your dreams. Party here and there, everywhere. Is this your night? You got to be there. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. Is this your night? Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. Is this your night? Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. Is this your night? Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. Is this your night? Your next song. Come on, ladies, y'all better join this song. Is this your night? Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. Is this your night? Tonight, gonna be alright. Tonight, everything's gonna be alright. Is this your night? So let's go. Let's go celebrate, ladies. Get your water, people. Get your fans, ladies. Go get a towel. Don't go get hot in here. Tonight, everything's gonna be all right. This is your night. Tonight, everything's gonna be all right. I am ready. Are you guys ready? All right. Okay, I just had to play that while I got everything together. I had to put up Sean's topic because he sent the email to me, and we're gonna go over his topic with him, of course. Amy said, "Hi, Sean 414." Awesome. All right. Amy said yes to somebody. Somebody she's saying yes to. Sean saying yes. Okay, you guys saying yes. Okay. All right. Deborah Arizona Honeybee said, "Welcome, Sean 414 Marine with the ribbon around the neck." I salute you. You go, Sean. All right. Sean said, "Hey, Amy." Sean said, "Hey, Deborah Honeybee." Go on with that honeybee. Joshua said, "Hello, everybody," with that big old beautiful smile. All right, Sean D said, "What's up, Joshua?" What's up with you, Sean, with the muscles? You did it again. All right, we're gonna keep going. Let me keep going. Wait a minute, what Amy got going on? Amy said, "I was silent last night on the Senate floor. What was in my speech that they didn't want people to hear simple math. The numbers that Trump and his Republican allies will have to answer for in court." Yes, Amy, I love it. They got to go to court. They all going to be fighting in court. Oh, it's going to be so much court. Because they're not going to give up, people. They're not going to give up because they're breaking the Constitution. They're breaking the law. Oh, Amy, that's all right. I love that. I was silent last night on the Senate floor. What was in my speech that they didn't want people to hear simple math? The numbers that Trump and his Republican allies will have to answer for in court. Okay, that means they did some flipping on people. That's how it is. That's how these rich billionaires is. They think they can control the world. Those rich billionaires. Amy said, "Hi, Joshua." Okay, people, we're going to get started. Bay Solo was going to talk about, I want to talk about this Governor Westmore of Maryland first. This man here, I do have a photo of him so everybody can know who the governor of Maryland is. Let me see what they allow me to get it, because I post up a lot of stuff. But I need his photo so y'all can know who he is. He's a gentleman. He's the governor of Florida. No, Maryland, they got that damn orangutan is in my brain. Oh, I can hear the orangutan in my brain right now. Okay, this is the governor, Westmore of Maryland, looking to redirect option in his state. This is a Democrat governor. He's looking to redirect his map in the state of Maryland because everybody playing this game. The Republicans started it. But everybody want to make the Democrats look bad because the Democrat is standing their ground just like the Republicans is standing their ground. So what's the problem here? Why can't these governors do the same thing the Texas governor did? He did it, nothing happened. So why can't the Democrats do it without all this extra talk that the Republicans is doing? I'm talking about the Republicans in the lawmakers' house. I'm not talking about a person like me. There is some people that got some stuff going on up here. They really tripping hard. But I feel that these governors can do exactly what they can do because they're following the law. But the Republicans was called up by the orangutan and asked them to get 5 seats, which it wasn't even time to do that. You do that every 10 years. So they were going against voting rights. So the Democrats say, I'm going to do my map too. Just like us people. We make decisions when we see somebody else do something, I'm going to do it too. But you can't always do what everybody do unless you got some strength behind you and power behind you. Yes. Yes. All right. Who's this? Sean said he looked like Todd Bridges. Yeah. He looking pretty cool sitting up there, ain't he, Sean? Yeah, he looking pretty cool. I'm going to tell you about him. See, here's another picture right here. See that? That's the same man. Same man I'm going to talk about. This is my topic. I got 2 topics, and I'm not going to hold you guys along with my topic because I know Sean wants to say something. I know Deborah and Amy. I read a part of Amy's already, but I'm finna tell y'all a little bit about Nitsa Moore from Maryland, the governor of Maryland. The governor of Maryland is a Democrat. In an interview on Sunday, that he is active looking into redirected options in his state. As the partisan effort expands across the country. When I saw all options are on the table, all options are on the table. Moore said in an interview on CBS News, Face the Nation. CBS News Face the Nation asked him, he said, are you looking to redirect the drawing of the map? Moore told the moderator, Margaret Burnett, yes, and I think we have to because I think what's happened is this is what people hate about politics in the first place. Now you see that? This is why people hate politics because everybody like to play their game. And then the Republicans is the one started this mess over in Texas. Texas Governor Abbott. When the orangutan called him and told him to give him some 5 seats, just like telling somebody to go to the store and buy 5 pieces of candy. It ain't like that. You got to go through the court system. You got to vote on this stuff. So the orangutan and his party did not do neither one of those things that Governor Newsom is doing about his seats. He are actually having a special meeting in November for the voters to vote about redoing the map. The Republican and the orangutan did not go that direction. They just immediately did it on their own. But there ain't nobody talking about how they are breaking the law. But they so quick to talk about what the let me calm down. Let me get it together. So quick to talk about what the Republicans are doing. The Democrats. The Republicans is in my mouth so much because that's all we hear is about the Republicans getting their way. Showing that the Democrats want to do what they got to do to help the people of the United States of America, it's a whole lot of gossip and a whole lot of talk. Hey, Michael. There go, Michael. That's what I'm talking about, Michael. Bring it on in, Michael. Yeah, bring it on in, Michael. Hi to Michael, everybody. Our moderator, Michael. All right. Thank you for making it, Michael. I'm running a little late myself, Michael. My computer, I think that he got a taste of the orangutan. My computer shut down on me. It had to start all back over. It was off the chain. But Governor Moore, he said, yes, this is what people hate about politics in the first place. He blames President Orangutan Trump with the skin-eating disease that's falling apart day by day. for his insisted that the Texas Republicans move forward with rewriting the congressional lines in order to give the Republicans 5 more pickup opportunity seats in the next election coming up, the midterms, 2026. He compared the push to Trump nauseous call to Georgia election. Remember when Trump called the Georgia governor, talking about, I need a certain amount of votes on a phone call? That was not right. He was out of line. He had broke the law of the Constitution, and he was being a bully, bribing the governor of Georgia, wanting him to give him some votes after losing in the 2020 presidential race. He wanted 11,780 votes. God damn. Whoa. Mr. Governor Moore, I really don't want to take your picture down because I was getting ready to put that orangutan up. But let me hold myself together because that orangutan ain't coming up. I'm leaving Mr. Moore sitting here. Maryland Governor Wes Moore. Yes, I'm going to leave him sitting there. I almost put that orangutan up. That orangutan asked Georgia governor for 11,780 votes to overturn the presidential loss in that state. The fact that the president of the United States orangutan with the skin eating disease falling apart very severely to do what he did in Georgia, where he called up the series of voters and he asked them to find me more votes. We're watching the same thing now, where he's calling up the legislators around the country saying, I need you to find me more congressional district seats. That is what the orangutan doing, people. He doing it in our face, in our eyes. He ain't hiding nothing. I trust every word that come out of that orangutan mouth when he signed that bill, July 4th, 2025. Now, after he signed that bill, hell to the no, I don't trust what he say, because he's a pacified liar that believes his own truth. Yes. With Texas posse to approve its newly redrawn map, the Republicans are plowing forward with plans. Governor Moore says he's looking into redirecting his map. All options are on the table. So this is why I brought him up, because I need you guys to know. Governor Newsom, J.B. PRITZER, not the only Democrats that's fighting back about redirecting the maps in each state. They're not going to back down, and I wish people would understand. The Republicans started this. They started the win in front of our faces. If we lose, Republican, Democrat, Independent, because everybody not voting for that orangutan. Every Democrat, every Republican, every Independent is not voting for that orangutan. This world is huge. There's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of votes out there. So you can't add everybody in there. You got to talk about the people that have the law of the land, and that is the people that's sitting in the House. The Republican and the Democrats and Independents are all three sitting in the House where the lawmakers make the law. That's why the fight is so heavy and so big, because orangutan wants the Republicans to hold the House even after he's out of office. If they can get him out the building, they might have to use a bulldozer or a crane to wrap around his orangutan body and bring him out of there. Because you know he had a hard time coming out the White House last time. That man would not leave. It took a long time. And he didn't even transfer everything over to Biden like he's supposed to, like every president has done. So, Deborah has something to say about Governor Maryland Wes Moore. Deborah Arizona says, Maryland Governor Wes Moore served in the United States Army Reserve as a particle trooper with the 82nd Airborne Division. He has also participated in events and engaged with the Maryland Air National Guard. Good information, Deborah Arizona, honey bee. Nice. This governor is going to fight back. They are waiting to see what's going to happen. They went to court, you guys, again, and some more stuff happened. Does anybody else have anything they want to say about redirecting this map? Because see, I'm not going to stay long on these topics because everybody else should know what's going on. I believe y'all should know what's going on already. You can't act like you don't know what's going on in the world because this stuff is real. This is not a game. This is nothing to get no content on. This is nothing to keep people to come to your channel. This is what's happening in the United States of America. Our money is not going to be enough to buy for food, not enough to buy extra clothes, not enough to buy medication, not enough to pay co-payments, not enough to pay when you go into the hospital and you have a balance due. We're going to be in problems of trying to pay this money when we're not bringing in enough money. Unemployment is going up. Jobs are falling. People are losing their homes. Rents are going up. It's all over the United States. It just haven't got to your door. Those that sitting around here looking like everything ain't going to happen to them, it's coming. It's already been put into action. Only thing different is you're hearing about them fighting over drawing the map. But everything else is already happening. The Section 8 is being cut. The nursing homes are being cut. The little increase of cost of living ain't enough for us when we get it in January of 2026. That's not enough money. There are going to be jobs that they not be able to take care of the people in the nursing home. It's already bad right now in the nursing home. They barely get good care of right now. I'm telling you, check on your people if you got any in the nursing home. Go check on your people. Because if you don't, they laying in there suffering when they need to be taken care of. They are getting paid. They're getting money from the state. Yes, they are. Hold on for a second. Let me get my grandson down here. These people are calling on his iPad, and I don't appreciate it. Hold on. You guys, excuse me for the interruption. That iPad went off again, and it was ding-a-ling and ding-a-ling in my ear, and I couldn't stand it. Okay, Deborah Arizona, say hello, Michael. And Sean, I hope those are prayer hands, because on my end, I can't see it on my desktop. Deborah Arizona said, welcome, Joshua. All right. Now, I'm just trying to find out, do anybody else have anything to say before I go to my next topic? Deborah Arizona said this about Governor Moore. This man is a veteran. And even though he's a governor, he's a veteran. And I just want to know, if anybody got anything they want to say? Okay, I'm moving on. Nobody want to talk. So I'm going to move on to the next topic. Okay, let's go to Sean's topic. Sean said, dispute over chair at South Boston YMCA. Let me get that song, Sean. I got to get that song. I can't help myself. I can't help myself, you guys. I get happy. When I get happy, I'm going to do what I want to do. I got to get that song, Sean. Sean said, there's a dispute over the chair at South Boston YMCA leads to police involvement. Uh-oh. I hope that nobody get hurt, Sean. I hope nobody didn't get hurt. I am seriously hoping that nobody got hurt. We're finna bring it up. Let me get this song. I gotta get it before I do Sean. I can't help myself. Yes. Yes. Did everybody eat their dinner? Or did everybody get some sleep today? Are you guys resting? It sounds like everybody's pretty quiet right now. I'm just wondering because everybody's quiet. Yeah, man. Yeah. I say, yeah, man. No. Say, yeah, man. I say, yeah, man. Two, YMCA. 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 Yeah, man. Are you listening? Yeah, man. Dreams what you said to me. I got to pay YMCA, Sean. YMCA. 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 Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shut up, wow. Donnie said he is nothing but a liar. Someone came up to me and said, no, man. To go up the street. Yeah, man. To the YMCA. Oh, wait a minute. YMCA. YMCA. Song. I love that song. That was tight. That is the bomb. That is the bomb. I don't care what nobody say, okay? I don't care what nobody say. That was the bomb, okay? Okay, hold on. I asked y'all if I had any more to say, so now I had jumped on. Y'all got me twisted. Y'all done got me twisted, Sean. Sean, they done got me twisted. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all done got me twisted. I done jumped on YMCA. Y'all still talk about the governor of Maryland. Went to YMCA, y'all jumped on the governor of Maryland. So let me go back and see what they said about the governor of Maryland because I went all the way to, I went back to Sean. Sean was talking about something that went down in the YMCA. Okay. Tiny said, hi, Michael. Tiny said, hi, Sean. Amy said, good for more. And then Sean said, He's like flying out of planes. He likes flying out of planes. Oh, that's so tight. I'm glad he made it home. And then Sean said, hey, Tiny. And Deborah said, Trump lied and told the news and social media he gave Governor Westmore money to ditch the bridge. Damn. It was President Biden who approved that. I know it was. He lies and he tried to take credit when he was not in office yet. The man, let me tell you about the orangutan, y'all. The orangutan is trying to destroy everything that Biden has done. The Obamacare and the tax credit is coming up to be expired. They have to come up with an answer if they're going to extend it or if they're going to let it expire. If it expires, there's 24 million people in Florida, Democrats, that support Obamacare and is on Obamacare and the tax credit. So that's just the state of Florida. Now, we ain't talking about the other states. We got 50 states. Can you imagine the other states that's on Obamacare? So, I heard today, he's sitting behind the desk talking. He's not getting up out of his seat. Why he's not getting up out of his seat? Because you know why? He can't stand up on them feet too long. He can't stand up on them feet too long. He's sitting behind the desk and he's covering up his hand. He's covering up his hand. I heard the lady say it today. They said he's sitting behind the desk, covering up his hand. This hand right there, you see that little spot that looks like yellow. Now it's green. It's turning green. It's turning green. I wonder if that's the same hand right here. I wonder if that's the same hand. It's the same hand. Pay attention, people. Look over here. That's the same hand. Something is going on with this orangutan. Something going on with him. You see that orangutan? He's losing his hair all on his armpit. Something happening to this orangutan too. That stuff is coming off that orangutan's hair all in the shot. Like somebody put a blow dryer to that orangutan. Lord have mercy. Something ain't right about this man. He's sitting behind the desk, y'all. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this orangutan trying to take the credit that President Biden did. And he's making all the jobs go down. Yes, he is. Nobody ain't talking about that. Nobody ain't talking about how the economy is dropping. Nobody ain't talking about how he's messing up the stock markets and the trades. But they talking about soon as the Democrats want to go and do the math, like Texas. I've been hearing so much talk about the Democrats. Why not talk about what the Republican is doing? They are trying to destroy the American people. Now I'm going to scoot on down to the next one because they're still talking about the governor of Maryland, and I can't bring your stuff back in yet, Sean. So Deborah said that about Trump lied and trying to take the credit for Biden about the bridge. And I remember that. I saw with my own eyes. Biden even went there and to look at the work. Deborah Arizona Honeybee said Francisco Scott Key Bridge collapsed in March 2024. Maryland Governor Westmore stated the port of Baltimore was cleared in 11 weeks, even though early projections estimated it could take 11 months. Thank you, Deborah. 2024 ain't that far behind, people. That's not that far behind what she's talking about. This is 2025. That was last year. Yes, it just made a year. And the bridge been built. The bridge is up and running. Brand new bridge. Okay, Michael. Michael cracking up about somebody. What you see, Michael? Michael, I got those pictures you sent me. I want to put them up. Hold on. I got to put these pictures that Michael gave me. They look like the orangutan right now. And they look just like the orangutan. Let me do it. Let me get those pictures. They look just like the orangutan. This guy was a nurse. Something happened to him. I didn't look it up, Michael, but I'm just going to do his picture anyway. I didn't look it up. I did not look it up. I didn't have time because so much stuff was happening today. and then I had to get some sleep. I take naps. Yes, I do. I take naps. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna send this picture to the so you guys can see this guy. He has something wrong with his skin. That's what I get out of this picture. Something is wrong with his skin, and maybe that's what Trump has. He got holes in him. Michael, you gotta let me know, did they experiment on this man? Because he looked like he'd been experimented on. I'm serious. He looked like somebody been experimenting on him. I just want to know, did anybody experiment on this man? Yes, I need to know. Did anybody experiment on this man? Okay, let me see. I'm gonna give you guys some music because I gotta go and get the photo. I got to go and get that photo. Michael, you're going to have to explain this photo to me. Don't y'all let that. Ain't nobody trying to be funny, but Michael sent this to me. See his skin? It said this guy, he was born in 1954, he died in 1994, was a Dutch nurse. Michael brought this up last night. So Michael, you gotta explain what's going on here. I'm gonna put his name in. Okay, Michael said legions. I'm trying to find out, Michael, what brought those legions on him. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, this is what I have, people. This is what I have about this guy. It says, Fred D. Ryder, 1954-1994, was a Dutch nurse and self-taught photographer whose life and work bear witness to the HIV/AIDS crisis. After Fred's HIV/AIDS diagnosis in 1987, he turned the camera on himself, creating unflattering self-portrait that documented illness and decline, not to invoke pity, but to confront stigma and reclaim dignity. He also made portraits of other living with HIV/AIDS in projects like Bailey House, 1988 through 89, and Newsom held New Heroes, 1993, insisted on visible and humanity in the time of science and fear. Fred died in 1994, just before effective treatment became available. Part of the photographic achievement, last shown in an exhibit in 1995, is now on display in Fred D. Ryder, starring at the Sun at Belfast Explode Photographic Gallery in Northern Ireland, honoring both his art and those who were lost to HIV/AIDS. Being an HIV positive has proven to be one of the greatest influence of my photograph. I have to take my plans seriously and carry them out. The consequences of this is that a large part of my work is AIDS related. Fred D. Ryder, 1994. And I do have a lot of pictures of him. That's not the only picture right there, you guys. He has lots of different photos. Lots of different photos. Yes. And I'm going to show them to you now. So that's what his body looked like when he caught AIDS. Michael said, oh no. Yeah, I found the information on him, Michael. And this is him. Yeah. He took pictures of himself because he was dying. They didn't even have a cure at that time. Most likely that's him with the black shirt on. He got a lot of different images of him. But I don't know why he took this picture here though. But look at his skin. Yeah. It's just sad. It's sad. That orangutan better go and get checked out. It might have that too. Who knows? They be playing around with so much stuff, you know. People think it ain't gonna happen to me. Oh, it ain't gonna happen to me. It ain't gonna happen to me. It ain't gonna happen to me. Michael, the guy with the legion, the guy from that was a Dutch nurse that died of AIDS, Fred D. Ryder. Yeah, Michael know. Michael know who it is. He gave me the picture, Deborah. It's right here. His name is on here. See right there, his name is Fred D. Ryder. It got the year he was born in 54, and he died in 1994. They didn't have no cure at the time. That's why they couldn't help him. They couldn't help him. He died before they came up with a cure. I just read it about his life. And he decided to take photos of himself. But when I put the phone up close, those wounds in his body, is that the same thing the orangutan got? If you look closer, the orangutan got some spots like that, all on his hands. Yeah. Look closer. Let me take this down. Yeah, Michael, no, but I read about him. And that's why Michael said, oh, no. Those are lesions. Wait a minute, let me put it up close. Look how that look. I told Michael I was going to do this tonight because he sent this to me because we were talking about the orangutan. Because the orangutan got some things that's eating on him right here. You see what I'm saying? So we thought about the legions, me and Michael. Yeah, me and Michael, we thought about this stuff right here on the orangutan's hand. That man didn't get that from shaking people's hand. The people better not shake his hand. They don't know what they're going to catch. He got to stop shaking people's hands. They talking about his hand got like that on the other side. Talking about his hand got like this from shaking hands. That's the same hand got the legions on it. That's the same hand right here. So on the other side of that hand, it looks like this. That's the same hand that he's holding up right here. And all Michael wanted to do was show a point, prove a point here about this guy, even though he died from AIDS. Michael just want me to show the lesions on this guy's body. It reminds you what's on orangutan's hand. And God bless his soul. He's been gone since 94. This is him right here. 1994. Yeah, he died young. Yeah. I heard about a lot of people that died from AIDS. Yes. And there's a lot of people got a Facebook of him. Look at all these photos. I guess that's the way he coped with life, you know? So that's why he was coping with life. He was coping with life like that. It's just sad. Then people want to sit around and just judge and talk about people. Y'all got to be careful. We don't know what's ahead. We don't know what's going to happen to each other. Nobody knows what's going to happen to one another. So that's what Michael wanted to share tonight. And I shared it. That was Michael's topic. Hello. Thank you, Michael. Yes. All right. So anyway, I'm going to go back to, okay, Deborah said about the bridge, about the governor. And then now we want to talk about Sean, YMCA. Yes. And I got information for Sean. Amy said, good for more. All right, Amy. Where is Sean? I got to find Sean. Sean was talking about something happened at the YMCA. I want to know, do that person work in the YMCA? If this is a Senate seat, Sean, here it is. Sean said, dispute over chair at Boston YMCA leads to police involvement. Sean's topic. And here it is right here, people. Let me play it for you so you guys can know what Sean is talking about. This is what Sean is talking about. So you guys will get to see it.
In Plains, the YMCA there discriminated against. A woman in South Boston claims the YMCA there discriminated against her by asking her to move her chair in a group workout class. She posted nearly 20 minutes of the encounter on Facebook before the Y ended up calling the cops to get her out. All of it led to a protest outside of the community center. ABC 13's Sarah Weitzman investigates the confrontation. Moving. The Spooner family says a simple chair in a class at the South Boston YMCA became the center of a showdown.
You can't move over to see.
I am not moving over to see.
My mother, 72 years old, almost arrested by 3 police officers for sitting in a chair and not moving because somebody else wanted the chair. But none of the chairs were reserved. Hold them accountable.
The situation all unfolded on Monday. The YMCA confirms the instructor typically sits out 20 to 25 chairs ahead of the 10:30 group fitness class. They're 4 to 5 rows deep and spaced apart to ensure safety. Maria Spooner says it's a first come, first served.
I have told them that I am not moving. I got here first. So now he tell me, now this man is telling me I'm going to move, but he's not going to tell this lady to move.
Now, Spooner claims another woman tried to bump her out of her spot, literally scooting her chair into hers. But instead of telling that woman to move, she said the instructors told her to move.
I got here first, and I am not moving.
The YMCA says it was Spooner who moved her chair, not the other woman. When she repeatedly refused to move her chair, the YMCA eventually got the cops involved. Now Spooner's sons are demanding answers.
But my mother sat in her seat, which was supposed to be an open space, equal seating for everyone. But apparently, for that lady, her seat for my mother, a free seat.
To formally apologize, and then we would also need to see corrective measures that are put in place.
The South Boston Police Chief confirms they were called to remove Spooner. They say the YMCA had legal grounds because they own the property. In South Boston, Sarah Whiteson, ABC 13 News.
The thing is, did they take the lady away? There ain't nobody saying that they took her away. What they say? They call, you ought to hear what these people are saying under this video. They said a whole lot of stuff. I'm not even gonna read it. But I'd like to know, did she ever get taken away, Sean? Did they ever take her away? They didn't say anything on that part. And this, you know what? People, stuff is gonna happen. Stuff is gonna come. Sometimes you might get past it. Sometimes you won't. Discrimination gonna always be there for Black and brown people. I don't know why they got to do that. It always happens. It's happening all over the world. But just try to don't let them get you so tore up. Police come, police just come. That's the way I look at it. Even our own kind, everybody hurt each other. Everybody hurts each other. No matter who you are. There's always something. Always something. I don't think discrimination gonna ever leave while this world's still sitting here. I don't think so. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. So just live and be happy, everybody. I know there's days, you're gonna have some days, rough days, bad days, good days. Just try to enjoy your life as your day comes, okay? Don't let all this stuff just tear you down. If you experience this type of stuff in another different way, just try your best to stay in character and don't let them get you out of character. So we always gonna have a problem like that. Sometimes and sometimes we won't. Thank you for sharing that, Sean. I know what you meant by that is how we be treated. We're gonna always be treated that way. And some days you might not get it, months and years, but somebody gonna get it. So it's gonna happen to somebody. It's gonna happen. Thank you for sharing your topic, Sean. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Yes. Let's see, someone got a new comment down here. Let's see, is that Deborah? Oh, Deborah said, when AIDS became an epidemic, the telephone company I worked for gave awareness classes to fight against misinformation, protect employees and the stigma behind global disease. The CDC did the classes. I know a lady, her cousin died from AIDS. I never got to see him, but they were so sad, you know. Yeah. Michael, yes, that was a Karen. That was a Karen. I saw that in the right under the video I just showed from Sean. It had Karen wrote under. Some people are talking a lot of stuff about it. And then Sean said, so they didn't take her away. He said, no, they didn't take her away. Sean, you know what? I wonder how she gonna feel when she go back again. Because these senior citizens do want to get out. I understand how she feels, because there's times I get treated real rough when I go places, but not by other races. It'd be my own race. My own race be treating me bad at times. You know, people got issues. So many people got issues. That's why I like being solo. That's why I like to be on the low key. I'm so sick of people. I am. I'm so sick of them. They just can't do right. It's somebody got to step out of line and try to ruin everybody's day. Some people get killed. Some people get killed with all that mess behind them. I'll never forget when they chased that young black man when he was jogging. And they had showed it on TV. I'm going to change the subject because they're going to make me depressed. I don't want to go there. But I'm glad she made it through it, Sean. And she had a lot of boys. I saw that. She has some big, strong young men. Yeah, I liked that. They were there for their mom. Y'all be safe and careful out there, people, because somebody ain't going to like you. There's a day they'll wake up, they'll be taking out on you, whatever's wrong with them. Just try your best to deal with it and hang in there. That's what Babe Solo's doing. Thank you for your topic, Sean. It was nice. It showed what happens in the world. And it's happening right now as we speak. Somebody getting treated bad. Somebody. White, Black American, Asian, Italians, Irish, Jewish. The Jewish people, man, they just, I mean, I don't even want to go there. They be doing them so horrible too. I mean, just because they Jewish. It's just crazy. It is definitely crazy. But we got to pray. I keep telling y'all, pray. We got to pray daily. We got to keep prayer because we're going to face some things that's going to hurt us. Yes. If it don't hurt you that bad, you're still going to feel some type of way. You got to pray. I pray every day because I need it. I need it. Oh, I need it. Boy, I don't like when I get butterflies in my stomach. When I don't get butterflies, I be so happy. I said, wow, I dealt with that person. I didn't even get butterflies. When I get butterflies in my stomach, that means I'm pissed off. I don't want butterflies. I want to not have that feeling because that'll make you want to hurt somebody. Now, people say make me want to slap your mama. Boop, 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 boop. People say that. I make me want to slap your mama. I have heard people say that. Yes. Because that's how they feel when they get so angry. I mean, dude, he wanted the lady to get up out of her seat and she said she was the first one there. That's just like me when I go to those meetings and y'all always see me sitting on the front row. Let somebody come over there and tell me I got to move unless it's the trustees or the mayor. Now I'll move if they ask me to. But they might want to use that front row for something. But so far, nobody ain't never told me to move. So far. And Deborah said, oh my God, how could a YMCA staff feel so bold as to so much search of a thing as to ask her to move? People are getting too comfortable showing their racism these days. Yes, it's coming up. Deborah, you know why? The orangutan. The orangutan got everybody believing that they are above the law and ain't nothing gonna happen to them. Ever since the orangutan came along, the United States of America has gotten worse. But then they want to talk about the Democrats. They did. They ain't nobody talking about how bad the Republicans are doing up there in the White House. The Democrats are doing what they're doing. So why are you going to talk about them? Because they want to direct their mouth. Same thing, Deborah. Just like they told that lady to move out of her seat. That orangutan is telling them people, take the seats from the Republicans, the Democrats, and put the Republicans in the seat without people voting for them. It's almost like the same thing, you ask me. Move the Afro-American Democrats out of their seat and put the white minority Republicans in their seat. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that happened at the YMCA. Yes. Only thing different. Our Black Americans still have their seats until the midterms come and everybody have to vote. You know what get me about the redirecting on the map? They can redirect that map all they want to. What makes them think that Republicans are going to vote for them? I heard the numbers are dropping. Hold on. I heard the numbers are dropping. Trump supporters, are their numbers dropping because of the big, beautiful bill? Trump supporters, are the numbers dropping because of the big, beautiful bill? As the one big, beautiful bill, tax policy bill, chambered by President Reagan Trump, wins its way through votes in Congress, polling taken across the past month shows Americans largely disapprove. Americans with an S on it. Americans with an S on it. This largely disapprove, but are more split when it comes to their views of some of the provisions. Trump has emphasized that he believes Americans support his bill is, damn, this man is really sick. He believes that Americans support his bill. Lord have mercy. He told the reporters, this is where he lies at. The man know the poll said a largely Americans disapprove. But he said, he's sitting up there talking about they approve. They are approved of his bill. It's right here. I don't know if y'all can read it. As the one big beautiful bill tax and policy chamber, that man Greg obtained, let me move it. See that word largely disapprove? It said take across the past month shows Americans largely disapprove. Largely disapprove. Trump believes America supports his bill. You see what I'm talking about? The man is crazy. The man is crazy. The man is falling apart, okay? He is falling apart. Now, 55% of voters said that they oppose the bill, while 29% said they support it. 16% were unsure. Among Republicans, 67% said they support the act, while a larger 87% of Democrats opposed it. The bill will impose new work requirements. Oh my God, this man is lying. On able-bodied Medicare receptionists who don't have dependents. Asked about how they feel about the Medicare provision, voters were lightly split. 47% registered voters said they support them. 46% said they oppose the affected dead heat. A separate poll of registered voters from Fox News, that's some bullshit news. Yo, excuse my language, y'all, I'm sorry. I thought I was at home by myself. I forgot I was online. Y'all gotta excuse me. While 38% of them favored it. However, around 4 in 10 voters said they don't understand the bill very much or at all. A smaller amount of voters, 49%, told Fox News they think the bill will hurt their families, while 23% said it will help their families. 26% said it won't make a difference. These are the, I can't deal with these confused people, okay, people? They are confused. All right. Anybody got anything else to say? Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Sean. Oh, yeah. Thank you for bringing a topic. Thank you, Deborah, for your information on Governor Moore of Maryland. Awesome. Thank you, Amy and Tiny, for your input. I like that. Now, this is what I want to talk about, too. Okay, about Trump live taking everything. I don't know what you guys going to do when they come for you. All right. Governor Pritzker sends a message to the orange orangutan. He sends a message to the orange orangutan. Yeah. A lot of people don't like what he did, but he still sent the message to the orange orangutan. I don't know what they expect. I don't know what they expect. Yeah. Okay, here we go. The orange orangutan. Where is Governor Pritzker? Are you serious?
This month, we're looking for 400 people aged 50 plus to try a virtually invisible hearing device.
Speak plainly about the moment that we are in and the actual crisis, not the manufactured one that we are facing in this city and as a state and as a country. If it sounds to you like I am alarmist, that is because I am ringing an alarm, one that I hope every person listening will heed, both here in Illinois and across the country. Over the weekend, we learned from the media that Donald Trump has been planning for quite a while now to deploy armed military personnel to the streets of Chicago. This is exactly the type of overreach that our country's founders warned against. And it's the reason that they established a federal system with a separation of powers built on checks and balances. What President Trump is doing is unprecedented and unwarranted. It is illegal. It is unconstitutional. It is un-American. No one from the White House or the executive branch has reached out to me or to the mayor. No one has reached out to our staffs. No effort has been made to coordinate or to ask for our assistance in identifying any actions that might be helpful to us. Local law enforcement has not been contacted. We have made no requests for federal intervention. None. We found out what Donald Trump was planning the same way that all of you did. We read a story in the Washington Post. If this was really about fighting crime and making the streets safe, what possible justification could the White House have for planning such an exceptional action without any conversations or consultations with the governor, the mayor, or the police? Let me answer that question. This is not about fighting crime. This is about Donald Trump searching for any justification to deploy the military in a blue city, in a blue state, to try and intimidate his political rivals. This is about the President of the United States and his complicit lackey, Stephen Miller, searching for ways to lay the groundwork to circumvent our democracy, militarize our cities, and end elections. There is no emergency in Chicago that calls for armed military intervention. There is no insurrection. There is no insurrection. Like every major American city in both blue and red states, we deal with crime in Chicago. Indeed, the violent crime rate is worse in red states and red cities. Here in Chicago, our civilian police force and elected leaders work every day to combat crime and to improve public safety. And it's working. Not one person here today will claim we have solved all crime in Chicago, nor can that be said of any major American metro area. But calling the military into a U.S. city to invade our streets and neighborhoods and disrupt the lives of everyday people is an extraordinary action, and it should require extraordinary justification. Look around you right now. Does this look like an emergency? Look at this. Go talk to the people of Chicago who are enjoying a gorgeous afternoon in this city. Ask the families buying ice cream on the Riverwalk. Go see the students who are at the beach after school. Talk to the workers that I just met taking the water taxi to get here. Find a family who's enjoying today sitting on their front porch and ask if they want their neighborhoods turned into a war zone by a wannabe dictator. Ask if they'd like to pass through a checkpoint with unidentified officers in masks while taking their kids to school. Crime is a reality we all face in this country. Public safety has been among our highest priorities since taking office. We have hired more police and given them more funding. We banned assault weapons, ghost guns, bump stocks, and high-capacity magazines. We invested historic amounts into community violence intervention programs. We listened to our local communities, to the people who live and work in the places that are most affected by crime, and asked them what they needed to help make their neighborhoods safer. Those strategies have been working. Crime is dropping in Chicago. Murders are down 32% compared to last year and nearly cut in half since 2021. Shootings are down 37% since last year and 57% from 4 years ago. Robberies are down 34% year over year. Burglaries down 21%. Motor vehicle thefts down 26%. So in case there was any doubt as to the motivation behind Trump's military occupations, take note. 13 of the top 20 cities in homicide rate have Republican governors. None of these cities is Chicago. 8 of the top 10 states with the highest homicide rates are led by Republicans. None of those states is Illinois. Memphis, Tennessee, Hattiesburg, Mississippi have higher crime rates than Chicago. And yet Donald Trump is sending troops here and not there. Ask yourself why. If Donald Trump was actually serious about fighting crime in cities like Chicago, he, along with his congressional Republicans, would not be cutting over $800 million in public safety and crime prevention grants nationally, including cutting $158 million in funding to Illinois for violence prevention programs that deploy trained outreach workers to de-escalate conflict on our street.
Michael, you made me mess up. Michael. You made me mess up. Stop. This is a touch screen. You get on my nerves.
$1 million in law enforcement grants to Illinois, direct money for police departments through programs like Project Safe Neighborhoods, the state and local anti-terrorism training program, and the Rural Violent Crime Reduction Initiative. Cutting $137 million in child protection measures in Illinois that protect our kids against abuse and neglect. Trump is defunding the police. To the members of the press who are assembled here today and listening across the country, I am asking for your courage to tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
This is not a time to pretend here that there are two sides to this.
Tell it like it is.
This is not a time to fall back into the reflexive crouch that I so often see, where the authoritarian creep by this administration is ignored in favor of some horse race piece on who will be helped politically by the president's actions. Donald Trump wants to use the military to occupy a U.S. city, punish his dissidents, and score political points. If this were happening in any other country, we would have no trouble calling it what it is, a dangerous power grab.
They've taken this video down 3 times because it teaches you how to hit.
Give me a second, y'all. You know they got to get those things in there.
Look at the people assembled before you today, behind me. This is a full cross-section of Chicago's leaders from the business world, the faith community, law enforcement, education, community organizations, and more. We sometimes disagree on how to effectively solve the many challenges that our state and our city face on a daily basis. But today we are standing here united in public, in front of the cameras, unafraid to tell the president that his proposed actions will make our jobs harder and the lives of our residents worse. Earlier today in the Oval Office, Donald Trump looked at the assembled cameras and asked for me personally to say, "Mr. President, can you do us the honor of protecting our city?" Instead, I say, "Mr. President, do not come to Chicago." You are neither wanted here nor needed here. Your remarks about this effort over the last several weeks have betrayed a continuing slip in your mental faculties and are not fit for the auspicious office that you occupy. Most alarming, you seem to lack any appropriate concern as our commander-in-chief for the members of the military that you would so callously deploy as pawns in your ever more alarming grabs for power. As a governor, I've had to make the decision in the past to call up members of the National Guard into active service. And I think it's worth taking a moment to reflect on how seriously I take that responsibility and on the many things that I consider before asking these brave men and women to leave their homes and their communities to serve in any capacity for us. As I've said many times in the past, members of the National Guard are not trained to serve as law enforcement. They are trained for the battlefield, and they're good at it. They're not trained to arrest people and read them their Miranda rights. They did not sign up for the National Guard to fight crime. And when we call them into service, we are reaching into local communities and taking people who have jobs and families away from their neighborhoods and the people who rely upon them. It is insulting to their integrity and to the extraordinary sacrifices that they make to serve in the Guard, to use them as a political prop, where they could be put in situations where they will be at odds with their local communities, the ones that they seek to serve. I know Donald Trump doesn't care about the well-being of the members of our military, but I do. And so do all the people standing here. So let me speak to all Illinoisans and to all Chicagoans right now. Hopefully the president will reconsider this dangerous and misguided encroachment upon our state and our city's sovereignty. Hopefully rational voices, if there are any left inside the White House or the Pentagon, will prevail in the coming days. If not, we are going to face an unprecedented and difficult time ahead. But I know you, Chicago, and I know you are up to it. When you protest, do it peacefully. Be sure to continue Chicago's long tradition of nonviolent resistance. Remember that the members of the military and the National Guard who will be asked to walk these streets are, for the most part, here unwillingly. And remember that they can be court-martialed and their lives ruined if they resist deployment. Look to the members of the faith community standing behind me today for guidance on how to mobilize. To my fellow governors across the nation who would consider pulling your National Guards from their duties at home to come into my state.
Damn, messed up again, y'all.
Against the wishes of its elected representatives and its people. You would be failing your constituents and your country. Cooperation and coordination between our states is vital to the fabric of our nation, and it benefits us all. Any action undercutting that and violating the sacred sovereignty of our state to cater to the ego of a dictator will be responded to. The state of Illinois is ready to stand against this military deployment with every peaceful tool we have. We will see the Trump administration in court. We will use every lever at our disposal to protect the people of Illinois and their rights. Finally, to the Trump administration officials who are complicit in this scheme, to the public servants who have forsaken their oath to the Constitution, to serve the petty whims of an arrogant little man. To any federal official who would come to Chicago and try to incite my people into violence as a pretext for something darker and more dangerous, we are watching and we are taking names. This country has survived darker periods than the one that we're going through right now. And eventually the pendulum will swing back, maybe even next year. Donald Trump has already shown himself to have little regard for the many acolytes that he has encouraged to commit crimes on his behalf. You can delay justice for a time, but history shows you cannot prevent it from finding you eventually. If you hurt my people, nothing will stop me, not time or political circumstance, from making sure that you face justice under our constitutional rule of law. As Dr. King once said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Humbly, I would add, it doesn't bend on its own. History tells us we often have to apply force needed to make sure that the arc gets where it needs to go.
Come on now.
This is one of those times.
Let's just say, closer to my
Yeah,
pants.
that governor getting down, ain't
I
he?
think you need underwear to get reels.
Yeah, he got down. I like that. Okay, child, I'm gonna play this while I'm waiting to go check out your video. I want to play this, you guys.
Speak plainly of the moment that we are in.
Okay. Let me show you guys this real quick, and then I'm gonna go get what Sean sent me. Here goes the orangutan.
President Trump doubling down on ramping up deployments of the National Guard to several Democratic cities, like he did in Washington, D.C.
26th Street, tanks rolling down our street. You think people are going to want to go to church, go to school, invest in our businesses with that kind of presence here? The answer is no.
Presence of the Guard had any impact on public safety in LA? No. Huge waste of taxpayer dollars. It may be a violation of the law. We certainly believe that it is.
Sean, you're a hot mess.
Safer because he deployed the National Guard. It's actually people are living in less safety. People are scared.
Yo, Sean is a hot mess. Sean is a hot mess. Look what Sean sent me. Look what Sean sent me, you guys. Dang, Sean, you something else. Look at what's wrong, man? I'm scared of Musk eyes, man. That stuff scaring me. Shoot, he look like, is that what crack do to you? That's what crack do to your eyes. There they on some good stuff, I'm telling you. Dang, Sean, you something else sending me that. They on some good stuff. Now I'm going to show you what Lori Lightfoot had to say. Okay, Lori Lightfoot has something to say about it too.
Joining me now is Democratic former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Lori, thank you so much for spending your time with us this weekend. So what's your immediate reaction to the possibility of the National Guard being deployed to Chicago?
Well, obviously it would be a terrible mistake, but as we've seen throughout his political career, and particularly this second term, President Trump likes breeding chaos and fear. But what I will urge my fellow Chicagoans is,
damn, I did it again. Sorry, you guys.
To lay daisies at the feet of any military force that shows up in our city. Don't show up in mass. Don't show up to engage in antagonistic tactics. Let's show what we know, which is how to protest peacefully in the city of Chicago.
Now, on Friday, President Trump suggested he'd send the National Guard to Chicago because that's what people in the city want. Here's what he had to say.
And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. But they're wearing red hats.
Wait a minute. He said they wearing red hats and we screaming for him to come here. He said they wearing red hats on their head. I ain't seen nobody walk around with no red hat on screaming for the truck to come here. I'm serious. I am so serious.
American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago.
Oh, he's so nasty.
I did great with
Wait a minute, truck is nasty. Hold on, y'all gotta hear this. Tiny leaving us, you guys. Tiny said, good night, everyone, until we meet again. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Have a good night, Tiny. I know you got to work in the morning. I ain't going to hold nobody any longer. I just want them to hear what the orangutan had to say. Have a good night, Tiny. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Hold on. I messed up. The orangutan said, he said they wearing red hats and we're screaming, Trump, come here. Trump, come here. That man is lying. Oh my God. I'll be done pretty soon, you guys.
To lay daisies at the feet of any military force that shows up in our city. Don't show up in mass. Don't show up to engage in antagonistic tactics. Let's show what we know, which is how to protest peacefully in the city of Chicago.
Now, on Friday, President Trump suggested he'd send the National Guard to Chicago because that's what people in the city want. Here's what he had to say.
And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one, but they're wearing red hats. African-American ladies, beautiful ladies.
Oh,
please, President Trump, come to Chicago. Please. I did great with the black vote, as you know.
Oh, my God.
Something happened. So I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help with New York.
Let's clear something.
Something is seriously wrong with that man.
Shortcuts when done correct.
Something is seriously wrong with him.
All right, you heard the president's words right there. So what's your reaction to Trump's words, what he had to say?
It's painful to have a president who lives in his own fantasy world, who lies with such incredible ease. Nobody here in Chicago is asking him to come. Our violent crime rates are down as they are all across this country. He will manufacture a crisis. He will try to provoke confrontation and then use that as a justification. That's why we need to do what many before who engaged in peaceful protests, not only in this city, but across the country. We need to lay daisies at the feet of any military force here. The National Guard is not a police force. They are a military force. We've seen, unfortunately, tragedy strike when they've gone in other cities, particularly during the summer of 2020 in Minneapolis and Louisville. We don't need the National Guard here. We have great partnerships, and we have for decades with our local sheriff's department, the state police, our federal partners. There's no reason whatsoever that a political sideshow that President Trump is going to manufacture to send the military into the great city of Chicago. We're not going to have it. I'm confident that there will be lawsuits that will be brought, but we are mobilizing neighborhood by neighborhood to make sure that our residents actually feel safe, that our small businesses do not suffer economically as has happened in other cities. But we'll be prepared to push back on what is an absolutely illegal authoritarian action on the part of this president.
When you were mayor in 2021, you actually asked then U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland to send ATF agents to Chicago for 6 months, as well as more federal prosecutors and federal marshals. So should Chicago welcome help from the National Guard as well? What's the difference here?
No, the difference in the summer of 2020, we were awash in illegal guns, and we needed additional support from the federal government to frankly step up and do its job. That is far different than what the experience is that we're talking about now. And that was actually not Merrick Garland in 2020. That was under the Trump administration. What we said is, look, if you really want to be a partner with us, help us stop the flow of illegal guns. Cash, federal common sense gun control measures. Of course, no support from the federal government for the things that we actually needed were forthcoming. So it's an apples to apples situation. And again, the National Guard is not a police force. They are a military force. They are trained not to de-escalate, not to build relationships with community in a time of crisis. What they're trained to do is put down a threat with lethal force.
They trained to kill shit.
In this moment in Chicago.
They trained to kill.
The National Guard, they were great.
Say it like it is, true.
Ours through COVID, through other national disasters. That is what they were built to do domestically in communities. They are not a local police force, and that's got to be very clear. We don't need them to do policing on the streets of Chicago.
And I was referring to under the Biden administration in 2021. But I do want to ask you this then. You said that's not what Chicago needs. So what does Chicago need right now?
Chicago needs to make sure that federal funds to shore up our social safety net, whether it's from Medicaid, whether it's for food programs, whether it's support for after school programs. That's where we need the federal government to step up and do its job. But what we don't need is a manufactured crisis where the military is here. So Donald Trump gets this visual of acting like he's the commander in chief and taking over control of local cities. That is a stage act. We don't need that. We need him to focus on doing what he said he would do, which is to lower gas prices, to lower grocery prices, to make sure that we're not involved in any more foreign wars. All the things that he promised that he was going to do, he's failed miserably. So this is a distraction from the fact that in 9 months, he has failed to do his job as president of the United States.
Now, within those 9 months, President Trump has sent or threatened to send troops to LA, DC, Chicago, New York, and now Baltimore. So why do you think those cities are on his list?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They're all Democratic cities. And many of those cities are all controlled by Black mayors. This is reactivating his playbook from his campaign in 2020 when he went after Chicago and DC and Atlanta and other cities run by Democratic mayors, and many of them at that time run by Black women. Trump does not believe the city are his allies, and so he wants to attack us, even though cities across this country are 80% of the GDP. The American economy would crater without the resources and economic firepower that cities bring to bear. He doesn't care about that. He wants to make sure that we submit to his will, and that is never going to happen.
Never.
Now, I will say right now, lawsuits are still playing out over the president's National Guard deployment in Los Angeles. So are there any lessons Chicago can learn from LA?
Well, I think there's lessons that we can learn from LA and from DC, but also going back to 2020. We have to fight him in the courts. We have to fight him peacefully. There's not a civil rights protest movement that has gone through this country in the last 100 years that hasn't either emanated in Chicago or that Chicago hasn't been a big part of. Whether it's the labor movement, whether it's women's right to vote, right in choice, whether it's the disability rights, environmental, you name it, we are ground zero for a lot of that peaceful protest. We're going to draw upon that history and make sure that we make people see on a national and international stage, one, that Chicago is a great American city. Number two, that we do not submit to dictators and that we are handling our business ourselves.
Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, thank you for your time.
Well said, people. Y'all went to sleep. Y'all sleepy. Deborah said Trump wants to rename the Department of Defense to the War Department, which are established in the 1789, because that was the name during World War I and II before it was changed in 1949 to unify all military service. Deborah, the United States gonna have a war within the United States. It's sad. And Sean said, deploying troops inside of the United States. It's sad. And Sean also said he really wasting taxpayers' money. That man don't care. That man don't care. Babe Solo had to bring this to y'all tonight. And I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer because y'all need to, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on what's going on in the United States. Because I'm hoping they don't come here. He already did Washington, D.C. I don't even know. I don't even know if they're gone. I don't even know. Let me see if they got before I let you guys go. Is the National Guard still in Washington, D.C.? They still there, you guys. It said, yes, there are National Guard troops currently deployed in Washington, D.C. at the Orangutan order to combat crime and support public safety. Through the exact number of influences, hundreds of Guard members are on the ground from the District of Columbia own National Guard and from several other states, with some now authorized to carry service issue weapons. Damn! Somebody gonna get killed. The purpose of the orangutan is doing it has ordered the deployment to address crime in the city. That's what he said. While the total numbers of deployment Guard members can change, around 2,300 were reported on August 24, 2025. There's 2,300 National Guards in Washington, D.C. Some of the Guard members are now carrying firearms. Why I haven't heard anything. Have y'all heard anything about somebody shot anybody? Have y'all heard anything? Putin got inside his head at Deborah. I believe so too, Sean. When they had that meeting, he telling Trump what to do. Trump, Putin is he is the puppet master over orangutan. I'm serious. He is the puppet master over orangutan. He telling him what to do. He trying to get him to take over the United States. Putin got that man thinking that he could take over all 50 states and be a dictator. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Because you know a lot of people carry guns these days, and they're gonna be civilians gonna be using guns as well. I hope to God we don't have to hear about a lot of people being shot to death. I hope to God. Oh, I hope to God. They are carrying firearms approved by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and impairment on August 25th, 2025 for certain missions and locations. Lord have mercy. The deployment has faced criticism with Washington, D.C. mayor calling it an armed military and expressing concern for children in the area. It's sad, y'all. D.C. Guard is unique. The D.C. National Guard is the only National Guard to report directly to the president rather than a governor. This unique status allows the president to deploy the D.C. National Guard and also to take control of the city police operation for a period according to the political. He only have a certain limit of time to use those National Guards, but you know him. He ain't going to do it. He going to go over the time. Yes, Deborah. Yes. Yes, someone will get hurt. I think so too, because you know, a lot of people they carry weapons. You know, they have concealed weapons. I just hope we don't hear about no shooting and people shooting each other up and down the street. Michael said they probably tried to take away our guns. Oh, that's true, Michael. That's a good point. You know that? And it's gonna be I just hope it ain't be no bloody disaster. So far, it ain't happened yet, y'all. I haven't heard anything about anybody shooting. Let me see. I'm gonna ask Google. I haven't heard anything. Has anyone been shot by the National Guards in D.C.? Oh, shit. Yes, the National Guards has shot individuals several, oh my God, notable incidents, including they're talking about 1970. They have done it before. In 1970, the state shooting where 4 students were killed. And in 2023 incident where a Texas National Guard member shot a man in Mexico. These incidents involving protests and voter security highlight occasionally where National Guard members have used firearms against civilians and other individuals. Yeah, it's dangerous, you guys. It's dangerous to bring them in. They are trained to go to war. That's why they can shoot you so quickly. That's a good point, Michael. Good point. Yes. Sean said, when that first round hit a bystander, can you say game over? And the United States will look like a third world country. Sean, that's what I'm worried about. I'm definitely worried about that, Sean. That's why Lightfoot and PRITZER told them be peaceful protest. He wants them to try to be peaceful. I told you Chicago and LA ain't nothing to mess with. And he talking about sending them to LA. When I showed y'all this right here, these people in LA right here. This is LA. This is LA right here.
President Trump doubling.
No, right here.
26th Street, tanks rolling down our street. You think people are going to want to go to church, go to
This
school,
is in LA.
invest in our businesses with that kind of presence here?
Oh, this
The
Chicago.
answer is no.
Now this one's Chicago. That was Chicago. I'm gonna find LA because one of them is LA. Which one is LA? Let me see.
Presence of the guard had any impact on public safety in LA? No. Huge waste of taxpayer dollars. It may be a violation of the law. We certainly believe that it is.
Safer because he deployed the National Guard. It's actually, people are living in less safety. People are scared.
People are scared. You hear that, Sean? That's when you said this one, Sean. When you scaring somebody, you know they're gonna start fighting back. They're gonna have all kind of rifles and machine guns. What did Michael say? Michael said, Kenneth State University. Good day, Michael. And then John said, Blood and Crips are really going to band together. I know. You going to LA with Sean, let's hope that man don't send them troops there. Let's hope they don't come to Chicago. Because you know Chicago is already the mafia town. You know that. The mafia grew up here in Chicago. Yeah. It's sad. And that's a good point, Sean. I'm hoping and praying that man does not do this. It's bad enough they in Washington, D.C. It's bad enough they there. And he gonna have to send them back. Those men are trained to kill. They gonna hurt somebody. Somebody gonna shoot them too. Oh Lord, Jesus help everybody. And that's right. But I wanted to say to you all, let me put some music on and make it sound good in here. I like the sound of this music. That's all I want to say tonight. And you guys been awesome. I thank y'all for showing up with Faye Solo when she comes on. I feel that I should come on. You know, I like coming on. And we'll always have a topic because there's so much going on right now to bring a tank to the office. So y'all be careful for this winter coming in. You know, you might have to put the face mask back on sometime because there's people that don't even let you know they're sick and they all in your face and hugging on you. I thought about not letting people hug on me. I'm serious because I don't want to get sick. You don't know what's coming back. You don't know if the COVID is out there still. A lot of people had fever and chills and feeling sick, and then other households sick. I heard some calls back from another state. So I was like, whoa, that sounds like COVID. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Now y'all be careful for this winter coming in. Look like to me, our winter gonna start early because it's starting to get really chill here. You know, it don't be like this around this time. The weather is changing, and we're just going into September. And I want to thank you guys for being here with Faye Solo. I'm very happy. Amazing moderators. I know a lot of people got to go to work. There's some that don't have to go to work, like the retired people like me. Maybe Sean. Maybe Derek, Arizona, Honeybee. And I thank God for my other moderators. They are busy with their families. And if you guys ever get busy, I understand you can't make it. I do understand. But oh, Mike, you're so sweet. He said, God bless you, baby Solo. Thank you, Michael. Oh, that's so sweet. You made me feel happy. I like that. And Sean said, good night, Faye Solo, and everyone. God bless. Yes, you guys rest well. You hear me? Please rest well. I want y'all to rest well. I am so thankful to have you guys. And thank you so much for coming in with Babe Solo. You know, I got to go out with my grand finale. I can't help it, y'all. I'm getting myself together right now. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yeah, I want to thank you guys so much. You guys have been so cool. Yeah. Good night, everybody, honeybee. Time for Michael. Thank you for that beautiful, good God bless you, baby solo. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. All right, thank you. Tiny, Amy. Y'all have the best night ever. Get some rest. Make sure y'all have some good rest. I'm Babe Solo will too. I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me. Good night, everybody. Don't forget to pray for one another. God bless you all. Bye.